cannot be shaken. As a rule, people like security. We seek what is comfortable, yet the reality of our world is that much instability exists. For example, finances, health, and even a country's ability to survive are not guaranteed. When our foundation is shaken, we sometimes feel overwhelmed. Sometimes Satan causes the difficulty with God's permission, of course. At other times, challenging circumstances are brought about by the Lord's hand. At other times, challenging circumstances are regardless of the source, we have the promise in Romans 8:28 that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. And in either case, the Almighty's purposes remain to glorify Himself in our world and in our lives. There are different reasons the Lord permits turmoil, but for now, let's focus on one. He won't allow anything that enables man to seem self-sufficient in his own eyes.
That's right.
Therefore, God may lovingly allow enough trouble for us to realize our need of Him.
Right.
Consider the trials the Israelites faced.
Yes.
Each time they turned away from Jehovah to worship other gods.
Yes.
In many ways, we do the same thing today. Individually, in our churches, and as a nation, we often glorify gods like money or status.
Yes.
But the one who created us will not tolerate this. In our pride, we tend to think we're able to manage without God.
Yes.
But out of love, He may stir up in our lives to reveal our dependency upon Him. If you are basing your security on anything except Jesus Christ, even something as seemingly innocent as comfort, it will prove to be seeking fame. When our lives are shaken, and they're going to be shaken because the devil don't like none of us. He can't stand us.
That's right.
So know this.
And we can't stand.
And we can't stand him. We should not stand him. So that means we give him no place in our lives.
Yes.
No open doors, no open channels, nothing.
That's
He
right.
deserves nothing from us.
That's right.
He gives us nothing but grief. But we have a Father who loves us. That when things come about, that we know we can trust. When Elder John gets up here, and I don't know if y'all hear his testimonies or what he says, he always makes it a point to let us know. He knows who he serves. He knows who his God is. So when anything happens, he stands on the promises of God.
Yeah.
He doesn't get discouraged or afraid or upset. Every time he gets up here, it's with expectation enough. God's got everything in control. So that means when circumstances come, don't be afraid.
That's right.
Don't cry. Know this. God's got your back.
Yeah.
God is doing something in your life that needs to be done. Either something, and during the time, you need to examine yourself. You need to say, God, okay, where am I?
Yeah.
What are you doing in my life? There may be something that God says, you need to get rid of.
Yeah.
But through it all, He's going to be glorified. Not you. God is going to be glorified.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, through the midst of everything we go through, He shall be glorified.
Yeah.
But we got to trust Him. We got to know that He's working it out for our good.
Yeah.
That no matter what comes, God is working it out for your good. Remember that. Know that. Stand on that. That's a promise. God said He will not put on you anything that you cannot bear. He has given you power and authority to go through it.
Yeah.
But if you don't tap into it, you ain't going to go through it. You will stay right there in the valley, pitch your tent and stay there. But we ought to go through
Yeah.
and come out as purified. You're going through the fire. Because when you go through a fire will burn stuff off. But the thing is, do you want it to be burned off? So when things come, and they will, we know they will, trust God. Trust His word. Amen. Amen.